Hello friends, welcome to the series of multiple choice questions on Indian polity. Today we are going to discuss 10 multiple choice questions on the topic urban local bodies. So this is the 24th video in this series. If you have not seen the other videos, do see them on our YouTube channel and try to attempt the questions. Let us start. First question is, which part of the Constitution of India enlists the provisions for urban local bodies? The options are A. Part 7, B. Part 9A, C. Part 14A, or D. Part 9B. The answer is B. Part 9A. So Part 9A was added by the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act to the Constitution, and it provides for the urban local bodies. Second question, which schedule was added to the Constitution by the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act that contains the subjects for municipal bodies? The options are A. Schedule 9, B. Schedule 10, C. Schedule 11, or D. Schedule 12. The correct answer is D. Schedule 12. So the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act added Schedule 12 to the Constitution that contains 18 subjects for municipal bodies. So these subjects include subjects like fire services, urban roads, and urban amenities like parks, tanneries, etc. Third question, what is the municipal body for a transitional area known as? The options are A. Nagar Panchayat, B. Municipal Corporation, C. Municipal Board, or D. Municipal Council. The correct answer is A. Nagar Panchayat. So the system of urban local bodies in India envisages a three-tier structure in which the lowest level is for Nagar Panchayats, which are for a transitional area. And the transitional area is one that is transforming from a rural to urban area. At the second level comes the municipal council, which is for a smaller urban area. And on the top is the municipal corporation, which is for a large urban area. So this is the three-tier system of Indian urban local bodies, and in that the transitional areas or the lowest level is for the Nagar Panchayats. Fourth question, in urban local bodies, the municipal area is divided into dash for effective administration. The options are A. Constituencies, B. Blocks, C. Provinces, or D. Wards. The correct answer is D. Wards. So in any particular urban area, the total area is divided into various constituencies which are specifically known as wards, and from every ward there is an elected municipal councillor or MC who represents that particular constituency in the general house of that particular municipal body, thereby making laws and rules for that particular area. Fifth question, in a district planning committee, dash members are elected by the elected members of the district panchayat and municipalities in the district from amongst themselves. The options are A. 1/3, B. 2/3, C. 4/5, or D. 3/4. The correct answer is C. 4/5. So of the total number of members in a district planning committee, 4/5 of the members have to be elected by the elected members of the district panchayat and municipalities in the district. So 4/5 means that 80% of the total elected members have to be elected from amongst themselves. Sixth question, how is a notified area committee established? The options are A. by a law passed by the state legislature, B. by an executive order, C. by a notification in Government Gazette, or D. by a constitutional amendment. The correct answer is C. by a notification in the Government Gazette. So this notification can be published by the state government in the state government's gazette, and by virtue of that the urban local body known as the notified area committee has to be established. As the name itself indicates, notified means it can be established only by a notification. Seventh question, which of the following is not a special purpose agency of the urban local government? The options are A. Housing Board, B. Urban Development Authority, C. Municipal Council, or D. Improvement Trust. The correct answer is C. Municipal Council. So a specialized or special purpose agency means that undertakes certain specific task. So in this, the Housing Board is focusing only on the housing, the Urban Development Authority is focusing only on the urban development part, and similarly the Improvement Trust is also entrusted only with the urban development authorities or urban development activities, whereas a municipal council has a host of functions to perform, that is the total of 18 subjects under the 12th schedule of the Constitution. So this is not a special purpose body, whereas it is a general body. Eighth question, who holds the administrative control of the cantonment boards? The options are A. Union Ministry of Defence, B. President of India, C. State Government, or D. Chief of Defence Staff. The correct answer is A. Union Ministry of Defence. So cantonment boards is also a type of urban local body. These are those areas that fall under the rural or urban jurisdictions or limits. However, their civil administration cannot be maintained or cannot be given at the hands of the civilians. Therefore, they have to be managed by the defense itself because of its sensitive and overly national security perspective. That's why they are administratively directly under the control of Ministry of Defense and not that of under the state government, because state government does not have any say when it comes to defense. Therefore, the state government has been kept out of any control over the cantonment boards. So the Union Ministry of Defense is the administrative controlling authority over the cantonment boards. Ninth question, which of the following is not a subject entrusted to the urban local bodies as per the provisions of the Constitution? So there are 18 subjects that have been mentioned under the 12th schedule of the Constitution, and these 18 subjects have to be taken care of by the urban local bodies. So you have to tell which of the following is not one of those 18 subjects. The options are A. Promotion of cultural, educational and aesthetic aspects, B. Public health, sanitation and solid waste management, C. Planning for economic and social development, or D. Transmission and distribution of electricity. The correct answer is D. Transmission and distribution of electricity. So this is not the responsibility of an urban local body, rather this is the responsibility of the state government. Therefore, this is the incorrect answer. Last question. The first municipal corporation in India was established in, the options are A. Calcutta, B. Madras, C. Bombay, or D. Allahabad. The correct answer is B. Madras. So the first municipal corporation in India was established in Madras in the year 1687. So thank you everyone. I hope you liked the questions. Let me know your scores in the comment section. Thanks for watching.